In this video, we are unboxing the PlayStation 5 Slim today to see if there's any difference with the normal PlayStation 5 and the newly updated PlayStation 5 Slim. Yeah, we're just gonna check it out. Let's have a lot of fun and check out this new PlayStation 5 Slim. I'm excited. A little bit different in this terms of the generation of the PlayStation 5 Slim. With the box, there's no handle. That was like the first thing I noticed. It still has the 8K resolution maximum. We have 4K at 120 FPS, HDR gameplay, similar to the normal PlayStation 5. There's no difference there. So this is just a slim version of the PlayStation 5, which is great. Main complaint about the normal PlayStation 5 was that it was just too big, too chunky, so they've slimmed it down, which is absolutely fantastic. And we have the disc version of this, which is great. No bundle this time, just a plain console. And at the back here, we've got Spider-Man 2, Horizons, Forbidden West, Last of Us, and God of War, Ragnarok. All the same stuff as the last gen with the PlayStation 5, the lightning speed, immersion, and stunning games. That's all we have with this box, nothing special. That's it, pretty much. So that's the first part of this unboxing experience right there. So let's just go straight to the unboxing of the PlayStation 5 Slim. All right, first thing, power cable just jumping right out at us. We've got some of these things. What is this? Some clips. Interesting. I don't know what these clips are, but we're gonna find out nonetheless. We've got the DualSense controller, of course. Got the other cables. We'll have the HDMI cable, and we've got a Type-C cable right here as well, which is pretty cool. And going further in, that's our first layer of our unboxing. The next layer of the unboxing experience is the actual body of the PlayStation 5 console itself. And at the bottom here, we actually have this. So they've actually made it easier to actually unbox this. And they have the instructional guides right there at the bottom, which is pretty awesome. So let's check this out. Very, very small this time, which is really cool. Let's check out the first unboxing experience of this PlayStation 5 Slim for the first time. Whoa, look at that body. I kind of like that dynamic there. We've got the shiny at the top, and then we've got the matte finish at the bottom. Some people have had interesting things to say about it, but I kind of like it. It looks kind of cool, and we can customize this bottom part. And with the top part, it doesn't look like there's any customization. Might be wrong there, but it's interesting. What an interesting body. They've got two USB outputs. They've got HDMI connection there. Power output right here with the bottom here. We've actually got the PlayStation symbols right there, which is interesting. This is cool, man. The fans look a little bit different with the input and output there. Nice sort of fan finish. We've got some interesting PlayStation logos right there as well with the square, triangle, circle, and X markers right there, which is interesting. There's no indents for the normal sort of stand for this, which is interesting. And like I said before, we've got that. This is new, so we've got this button here with this disk drive. We've got two Type-C inputs here. Before it was USB and then Type-C, so they've changed some things around here. It's so interesting. Wow. And it's a good size now, so it can fit in almost everybody's sort of closet or in their gaming room. That's what it looks like on the side by itself. That's what it looks like up top. I'm just interested to see how you would take this apart. So this is the disc console, because we've got the disc drive and we've got this new button here. Super interesting that they did this new design. We've got the power button there, but that's our new eject button. Okay, so they've just changed the places of the eject button as well. It's super interesting how they designed this. I kind of like the design, to be fair. I just wish it was total sort of matte finish. I don't know why they went for the line here. I wonder if it was for a specific reason. We've got some connections over here. I can see it. So that comes off like that. So you just have to pull that off, and that's what it looks like on the inside. And we've got a fan up at the top here. This is mainly just our fan and our SSD input. So that's where we're gonna put our solid state hard drive. Usually it was down here, I think, from the original PlayStation 5. We can check it out later, do a side by side, but I just thought I'd actually quickly just open that up and actually show you. There we go, so that was quite easy. You just sort of have to lift it from this side up. Yes, so we've got the internal fan just here as well, PlayStation 5 logo. Seems really easy to take off. You just sort of have to pull it up instead of doing the sliding thing. So they've actually improved that. We've got something here. This might be the internal SSD compartment. Might be totally wrong, but this is my assumption of what that is right here. So it's the internal SSD compartment, potentially. It's interesting to actually see this firsthand and do a quick teardown for you guys and just show you all the internal components of how this PS5 Slim is built. So yes, we've got plenty of stuff. This is the sort of teardown with the PS5 Slim. So we can check out this DualSense controller, of course. Normal DualSense controller, that's what normally sort of comes with it. And of course, we've seen our cables as well. These hooks, I do have to check out. Like I said before, we had these like insertions in this part. So we get these like hooks. And you know what these are? These are stands. So that's just gonna like hook right in there. They're really easy to put in. You just find the right sort of slots to put them in. If they're the wrong way, then you just slide them in. Super easy to put in. And there you go. We've got like stand for it. That's cool. Hey, that's pretty good. I like that they've included it so you don't necessarily need the extra stand. Let's check out this thing. So this is a PS5 stand, the brand new edition of the stand. Do you need to buy this? I'm not 100% sure, but let's find out. I'm gonna tell you the truth, whether you need to buy it or not. This, by the way, is a vertical stand and it fits both your disc and digital version of the PlayStation 5 console as well as the PlayStation 5 Slim version of the console. Cool, let's open this up. So that just opens up sort of on the side there as well. We've got this instructional manual, which is actually quite thick just for a stand. Like, what can be in here? It's just all in different languages. That's it. All right, so we've got two different components. We've got the main component, which is this, which actually looks pretty nifty, not gonna lie. Pretty cool, right? And we've got this, which is a different component. Okay, so they don't have a sliding mechanism or anything. That just comes out the bottom there. Ooh, so that just like connects in. You know what? There's a screw just inside this box as well that I just missed out on. It's so easy to miss. So it's just in that top corner and I just missed it. It's so easy to miss. So just be wary that that could definitely happen to you as well. So this is actually adjustable for two different consoles. So there's two different inputs, right? So you've got to change it depending on which console you're on. So if you're on the PS5 Slim version, the actual whole screw from the original PlayStation 5 goes in this one. So this one is the triangle and circle one. And on the other one, that's where we actually put the mount screw in to be able to put into the PS5 Slim. And the way to tell is these have hooks and that's gonna go into this component over here, these bottom parts, and it makes so much sense now, but before I was so confused as to what is going on. I'm glad we finally figured it out because it probably took me about 20 minutes to actually figure that out, not gonna lie. There we go, so that's what the actual stand will look like when mounted on the PS5 Slim. But yes, it does come with hooks, so you can put it on its side, but now we have that option as well where we have this really cool sort of stand that goes on your PS5 Slim, which is actually pretty cool. And it's connectable to your original PS5 as well, so you don't have to worry either way. We've got that now sorted, so let's do it side by side. We can see the size difference. There's a bit of a difference there in terms of its sort of look there on its side. Let's have a look. So original disc, and that is the Slim side by side as well. So that's pretty cool that we can see this side by side and get a look. Pretty cool, right? So the main complaint, like I said before, was that PS5 original was a bit too big. And now the Slim really takes that and really takes all these components and just slims it down. Like, there's no difference. Still got the same resolutions and stuff. Let's do a little teardown comparison as well, just to see, like, you'll get all this information today from me. So this is something that I don't think has been done on YouTube yet, but a little side by side. This is our disc side of our PlayStation 5 Slim, and this is our disc side of our original PS5 that we can have a look at. I can tell one difference just by looking at it. So our SSD components in a different part, so they sort of move things around there. That's the main thing right there. And we've got this part that connects to our fan as well. The fan outline is a little bit different here. I wonder if they've improved the fan circulation going on there. We've also got a QR code now with our little fan here, which is interesting. That's really it. Got a few more screws here. We've got less screws with our disk drive component there as well. Like, we've got this new component there, which I'm wondering is the internal SSD compartment. But that's really it. That's all I'm seeing here. That's the major difference. In terms of its inputs, I did mention the difference of inputs. 2 USB inputs on both sides. We've just moved the LAN input, which is interesting. So we used to have the LAN input down here, now it's up here, which is interesting. We've got our 2 power inputs, and we've got a HDMI input up here now. USB input here and micro, and they've moved around some different stuff here as well. We've got the new eject button here, it used to be here, and power buttons in the same spot, but no logos for the power button now, which is interesting. Type-C inputs at the front, no USB input. Must have been a community thing. There's a reason why they did that. So that's just an interesting thing to actually tear these 2 consoles down and actually just take a look at it. Anyway, let's actually get to a gameplay experiment with the new PlayStation 5 Slim. Let's check it out. All right, let's turn this PlayStation 5 on for the first time. Let's check it out. I'm super excited to see what it looks like, how it goes. So yeah, let's take a look. I'm very excited. So we've got the LED light now just appearing at the bottom there. It's not really coming up here from what I'm seeing. Maybe a little bit, but mainly just down here. Whoa, that's cool. Oh, that's sick. Very much like the original PlayStation 5. I love how it sets up with the PlayStation 5s. Like, it's just so cool how they do it. All right, we've connected our DualSense controller just via this input here, and it connects really easily to the PlayStation 5. And we can select our image size right here, and we will have HDR components as well. And we have our options: low power usage, optimize experience. I'm gonna put on the low power usage because I feel like it's good to do that. And we can just agree to our terms and conditions. We've got to update our system firmware, and we can just create a user experience as well. And ooh, it's pretty cool. And as you can see, we've got a control hub right there. When we press the home button, we can go to there. And we've got our downloads. It shows that we are charging our DualSense controller right there with this input. It's pretty cool. Got all of our different settings right there as well. And let's just restart our PlayStation 5, because it says we can't use our disk drive until we restart the PlayStation 5. And it's saying now our disk drive is connected to the PlayStation 5. To use your disk drive, register it to your PlayStation 5. Why can't it just automatically just work? So that's really interesting that you need an internet connection just to use your disk drive on your PlayStation 5. It's kind of weird. Anyway, let's go to Astro's Playroom and play it for the first time. And we'll get to experience the DualSense controller for the first time ever. So it pretty much works the exact same as a normal PlayStation 5, just has some weird parts with this disk drive. Makes no sense to me. So we've got vibrations. Oh, that's super cool. We got adaptive triggers. Oh, super cool. Touchpad. Ooh. Motion sensor. Ooh. Microphone. Ooh. So yeah, system updates just updated in the background, which is quite good, and we can just install that anytime. Never gets old with that intro. It's pretty cool, man. That was a fast install for that system update. Went from 4% all the way to 80% and then just went boom. That's it. That was pretty good. All right, we're finally registering our disk drive. We can now use our disk drive with the PlayStation 5 after you install this update. I don't know how to remove this disk drive and I don't want to remove the disk drive. If I have like a disc edition of a console, like why would I want to remove the disk drive from the console? I'm not getting it. Do you guys understand? I don't know. All right, it seems to be all ready to use, so let's just put in a disc and see what happens. It doesn't matter what disc it is, so sorry if you don't like FIFA or FC24, but I just want to see if it works, and we'll see what happens when we put in a disc. And there we go. So it definitely works, super easy, and it'll work the exact same. And then you can just press this disc eject, just eject any discs that you like. So there we go, that's all you have to do, guys. So there's a little gameplay setup and a teardown as well as an unboxing of the PlayStation 5 Slim. If you want to like and subscribe to see more content like this, make sure you do so, and I'll see you guys next time.